Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System 22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We got a great fun one for you today. If I roll down this page, we've got a little post menu right here. It's going to stick under my main menu at the top there. And of course, we can navigate to any of our posts here. And if we roll back up the page, it's going to drop back into position when we get up the top there. Really nice little feature. It's going to work on tablet and mobile perfectly too. Show you exactly how to do it. Let's get started. I've got this page open here. There's my little row right there. I'm going to go ahead and delete the row. Now you can add a new row wherever you want on your page. It's going to be sticky, so put it wherever you want it. I'm going to add a new row. I'm going to use a single column in my row. And we use a little text module. We're going to put dynamic content there in a minute. I just want to close this down a little bit. Don't want it quite as big as that. For the time being, I'm not going to put a link in. I'm going to go down to background here. Let's make it the color we want. I'm going to use perhaps a black background, a little bit of opacity that will show things through it on regular state. And let's change it to the default blue on hover. To make a hover color, we just go up here. It's a little desktop icon. Click on it, hit hover. We can change any of our settings to have different ones on hover there. I'm going to use the light blue right there. I think that will work fine. Fantastic. Let's flip it back to desktop version. The actual text itself, I'm going to make that white in color. I think the size is okay. I'm going to go ahead and capitalize it. And I'm going to want it in the middle somewhere. So if we roll down a little bit, here's our alignment. Great. I want to make that slightly deeper. So we can do that with spacing just down below. We use a bit of padding top and bottom. Just want perhaps 5 pixels. Let's put in the 5. It'll put in the pix at the end there for you. Hit the chain. It'll do the opposite side. I think that's going to work. And to make mine stand out, I gave it a crazy border color. So I'm going to go down to border. Roll down a little bit. Got all 4 sides selected. I'm going to make it 1 pixel. And I'm going to make it that crazy default light blue. Perfect. Just to make it stand out a bit more for a bit of fun, in box shadow down below, I'll give it a box shadow like that. And I'll use that same blue color and it'll give it kind of a background glow. Nice. Okay. Well, we've got the styling of our button here. It's way too big. So if we go into our column now, the column that the module's sitting in, design and sizing, we can change the actual size of the column. I want mine to be about 25% or a quarter. 1/4 right there. Perfect. Now, while we're in this column, I'm going to loop it so we can show perhaps 8 of our blog posts. So I'm going to close that down. I'm going to go back to content. I'm going to go down to where it says loop there, the new loop feature. I'll go ahead, switch it on. You can choose terms, users, or post type. Post type is going to work for me because I want this to take us to our posts right here. You can only include with posts with specific terms or exclude. I'm going to select the category by left clicking on it. Supercars is the post that I want. Now this looks like a right mess, which is no good for us. All we need to do to tidy this up, like I said, I want 8, so I'm going to roll down a little bit more. Default's 10 it puts in there. I'm going to put 8 in there. Don't want to offset them. I want them to go to the post 1, 2, 3. Now to tidy this up, we need to go into the parent element, which would be the row that this column's sitting in. All we need to do is go over design, layout. Flex will be selected by default there. All I'm going to do is wrap the row, and it should wrap into 2 columns of 4 for us. Perfect. Now, as this is going to stick up under our main menu, I want my columns and buttons to be touching each other. Once we've wrapped the row, so I'm going to take horizontal and vertical gap away by putting a 0 in there. And a 0 in the vertical also. Perfect. I'm going to have this row stretch full screen, so it won't look crazy under our menu here. To do that, still in the row, I'm going to close down layout. We're going to go to sizing below. I'm going to put 100 in here. It's already got percent on the back. I'm going to put 100 and the percent sign in this one because it's got pixels selected by default. Or you can just put 100 in and select pixels from down here. Great. Well, that's stretching full width now. I actually want this row. I think I'll have it on the top of this section here. So we can just grab the row, left click on it, drag it up to where we want it right there. Perfect. And I don't really want any gap at the top. A bit of a gap there. We can take that away with the padding in the row itself. And you may have some in your section. I don't in this section. If you've still got padding after you take it away from the row, check in your section. You'll be able to take it away there. Once you're in there, we can go into the row itself. We're going to go down to spacing. We're going to go down to padding. Here's the top. I'm going to put a 0 in there. I'm going to hit the chain. We'll do the bottom. It's sitting on the top of our section there. Perfect. Now, while we're in the row, we can make it sticky. So when we roll up the page, it stops just under our header there and stays there while they scroll down the page here. To do that, very easy. We're still in the row. I'm going to go over to advanced. To scroll effects down at the bottom here. Sticky position. Stick to top. That's going to work for me now. When we roll up, it'll stick just under our main menu bar. Great. Well, that's shaping up nicely, but they all say no content and they don't go anywhere when people click on them. So let's fix that. I'm going to go into the actual button module itself, and it doesn't matter which one you go into as it's looped. If you go into one of these, it'll do all of them. So I know I said button, but we're making buttons out of the actual text module. So it's a text module we're in here. For the body text, I'm going to go up to the little dynamic content type icon, this little sort of hamburger or disk type icon here. Left click on it. I want this to be loop post title. And when I click on it, you can see it's changed to the post names. Perfect. But we also want these to link to the appropriate post. So I'm not actually going to do this in the text module. I'm going to do it in the column. For some reason, it seems to work better. In the column now, column link. We hit that little dynamic content icon again. We want the loop link, basically to link to the loop of the posts that we've got linked there. Don't want anything written before it or after it. I'm going to hit apply. Now this is what we're going to have on desktop. If we go to tablet, it's probably still going to work. That's fine. They still fit and everything works in there. And on mobile, yeah, it's a bit of a mess. They're kind of squashed in there. Those long titles. I'm going to take them from 25% or a quarter to a half. We know how to do that. We're already in the column. We're on the mobile version, so it's only going to affect the mobile. Design, sizing. I'm going to change it from 1/4 to 1/2. That's a bit better. If you wanted to, you could make them full width, but that would take up an awful lot of space on your phone. They'd feed down here. So we've done everything correctly. We should be good to go. I'm going to close out the page there. Flip back to desktop. We'll save draft. We'll publish if you're ready. Let's go ahead and preview. Here we go. When I roll down the page, there's our new little menu right there. It's going to stick under our main menu at the top there, or that custom menu we built the other day. It's going to stay there as they scroll down the site. And because we put a bit of opacity in that background there, you can see a little bit of the site scrolling behind them. And of course, we put a little hover color in there. When you hover over, it's going to change color. And of course, hopefully when we click on it, it will take us to the Theron or the Ember Drifter. Perfect. And the Hyperon. Fantastic. And that's a really nice little feature to have on your site. You can bury that wherever you like down the site. It's going to stick at the top there and gives them options to go to your blog post. You can do it with pages as well, and we'll be doing that in future videos. I'm going to make a full page magazine type header menu in a future video for you. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. Don't forget, if you have any questions, pop them below the video. I'll do my best to answer them for you, or make a little demo video just like this one. Now, we've been dealing with Divi 5 here today, that introduced a fantastic looping system. They're about to release the beta version of it very soon, according to their website, We're going to be doing more and more with Divi 5 as it comes along. If you're still working with Divi 4, which is a fantastic platform, I've got plenty of client sites that still work perfectly on Divi 4, and you've got a question with it, just let me know down below. I'll be happy to explain it or make a little demo video about it if I can. So once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.